What have you woven? Are you happy with what you have woven? Hi, my name is Kelly and welcome to Being Kelly. This is my little creative corner, my safe space where I allow myself and others who watch to come be, heal, and embody their best self. So, if you're new here, just click that subscribe button and like this video and share with your friends. And if you have already subscribed, hello, my love. Welcome back. I missed you dearly. Today, I have a topic for you. What have you woven? I have my little notebook here because I just had an intuitive insight and I thought to express myself on paper. I love journaling, so this is what I wrote, and I couldn't keep this to myself. So, just like a spider weaves its web, so should we weave our foundation of life. If you've noticed, a spider weaves its own web. And this web is durable, it's strong enough to hold its prey, it's strong enough to keep it safe, and it's really strong enough to get in your face. So, we should also have that kind of foundation in our life. It creates a structure that sustains its well-being. That was profound for me, and that is how I related it back to me, that it's very important for me to live my life in such a way that I weave a web that is for my wellness. Now, how do I go about that? I take the present moment for what it is. The present moment has so much power. It is the only time you have somewhat of some kind of control, or complete control, if I may say. This moment, the right now, is when you can act. The past is already gone. The future is still ahead of you. What you have is right now. It's what you do today that shapes your tomorrow. So what are you weaving? And are you happy with what you're weaving? Weaving is an everyday process. I am going to add a video of a spider weaving if I haven't added it already. I just want you to see how meticulous and how precise it is. I want you to see how... Hold up. What you have control of is the now. While all realities exist at the same time, your past, your present, and your future, the present moment is what you have complete control of. What you build today shapes your tomorrow. Your past can only grant you lessons. Your past experiences sharpen the tools you need in order to navigate life from this moment on, moving forward. We often make the mistake of carrying our past into our present, spilling it over to our future. And it's very unnecessary. We experience all these emotions, the pain, the happiness, the turmoil, the frustration, in order for us to be aware of the present moment. Pain, frustration brings you to the present moment. It calls you to go within. And what you need to realize in that moment is that you are the awareness of the energy that you are experiencing. Your most important role is to allow the energy to flow. Yes, you can experience it, you can sit with it and identify it for what it is, but it is not you. You are the awareness of this energy. Oftentimes, when you experience triggers, it is a call from the divine guidance to sit within and check in with you. Check your steps. Look at your web. How are you weaving it? Is this correct? Are you aligned right? That is what all these energies are there for you to check in. So we're always guided. You're never really alone. You're never ever alone. You have an abundance of resources all around you to help you navigate this life the best way. The best way imaginable. Whew. Now, the other important part of this journey is to always have a high vibration, always keep a positive mind, always see the best for you, because you deserve every single desire that you have for yourself. Your desires are your guidance. They're guiding you to the life that you are meant to experience. It's your birthright. You deserve it. And that is why you have your desires. Your desires are not meant to be ignored. Your desires are meant to be experienced. Your desires are meant to be embodied. Your desires are your guiding light. Reflect on your life in this moment. What have you woven? I weaved a web of a people pleaser. I must confess. And while old me would have been hard on me about that part of my life, I have evolved into a more loving and gracious person for me. And so I approach this story with so much love and so much grace and so much vulnerability. And this creative corner is such a safe space. So I feel very comfortable sharing this, that I used to people please. My web was based on people please. I laid each web to the comfort of others. Why? It felt like the right thing to do. I had a fear of being rejected, a fear of not being liked, a fear of being uncool. And so I weaved my web to the comfort of everyone else's ability, to their best, not mine, because I grew up a Christian. I grew up very passionate about doing the Lord's work. And that meant being righteous, and being righteous meant being selfless. And so I had to put myself in the back burner and weave this web for others to find comfort. I saw being disliked as being a villain. I saw validation as external validation, as a guiding light, a way of being. And society also programmed us on a reward and punishment system, and where when you do good, you get rewarded. When you do bad, you get punished. And so I lived life in a way that I needed to get A's. I needed to get a 10 out of 10. I needed to get a distinction. I needed my gold star on my test. It was very important for me to get that. I lived for my father's validation. I lived to hear him say, "Clever dove, you did it. You passed." Words of affirmation and rewards for doing what made others happy. I never stopped to think whether it would make me happy. But if it put a smile on someone else's face and I got that word of affirmation, that was good enough for me. I did it to my detriment. I found myself in spaces where no matter how well I weaved this web, it was never comfortable enough for other people. And somehow them being displeased was in some way a reflection of me. I took it on that it's my fault that these people are not happy with the way I am people pleasing. Oh no, this is going to make me likable. If they leave me, who am I going to be with? Who's going to love me? Who's going to be my friend? I it actually also kind of breaks my heart because at the center of it all was just a little girl that had always wanted to be accepted and liked and cool and righteous and selfless and loving, a good child, a good Christian. But I overextended myself to a point where I started neglecting myself. It became real. When I became depleted, I turned to self-love because that's all I had was myself. Everyone else was gone. The people that were not supposed to be in my life were gone. This journey of self-love and rediscovering myself led to a serious tower moment. A rug of a false sense of security, false sense of love, half-assed relationships was ripped right under me. And listen, what did I write here? I wrote that the rug was pulled right under me and I landed on my butt. But the landing was soft. This time, I led with grace and love. Trust me, I'm a Scorpio moon. My Pluto is conjunct my Scorpio in my 7th house, the house of relationships. So when I tell you, I've experienced numerous transformative relationships, friendships, connections. I've had to experience tower moments over and over again. I've had to begin over and over again. And one thing about me, I am not afraid to burn things to the ground. Just to start again. Because, honey, I am a phoenix. Okay? From the ashes, I rise all the time with no fail. It's just what I do. So if something doesn't work for me, it falls apart. Whether I intentionally let it go or the universe just pulls that rug right underneath me and I land on my butt. It's like the universe telling me, have a seat. In fact, have several seats, my child, because you are surrounding yourself. You are fogging your vision. You're getting lost with your purpose. And when that happened for me, this time the landing was soft. This time the landing was led with grace and love. This time the landing was led with mindfulness. It was led with shadow work. It was led with breath work. A moment at a time, I shed off everything that no longer sat well with me, because every single day I come to the realization that I am worthy of all my desires. I am worthy of a life that I dream of. Moving on. And so starting over has been different this time because now I have the tools. I've sharpened my tools with my past experiences in order to navigate my now better. I have the tools to navigate better. And having love as my foundation just makes things easier. It makes the pain more bearable. It makes you realize that the people that were seasonal in your life were there to ignite that inner love, to ignite that inner fire that exists within. Trust me when I tell you it's okay. Be grateful. Be grateful that you slipped out of the hands that could not hold you. Be grateful that you moved out of the circles that created zero comfort for you. Be grateful that you're being ignored and ghosted by people that are half-assing their entire life, because you deserve it all. You deserve it all. You deserve it all. And so don't fight for it. You deserve more. I'm putting my best foot forward. This time, it's different. In the past, my ego reigned supreme, guiding my decisions. My pride was my right-hand man, validating my ego-based decisions. Today I'm mindful. Today I take the time to acknowledge the role I play in every situation. Today I've decided to create boundaries. I stand on my truth. That is, my happiness is my responsibility. My happiness is my priority. Every decision I make, every web I weave will be based on my wellness. Mine. And that is because a people-pleasing web will have you tangled up and stuck. And no one will be there to save you. Instead, a bigger spider might just come and eat you up. You don't want that. Not when you're the one that built that web. So when you build this web of people pleasing, right, it has you stuck. And when you're stuck, you end up resenting the people that you built this web around, forgetting that you built that web. So what was your role? Take accountability, but take it with love and grace. And as you take this love and grace, show love and grace to the people that slipped out of your life, to the people that you had to let go, because they played a pivotal role in your ascension. They were sent to play that role for you, to help you sharpen yourself and to be better and to navigate life better. So be grateful. Be grateful. Whew. Free yourself from a false sense of love. Free yourself from a false sense of security and false connections. Everything you need already exists within. The spider web's web comes from within. I'm going to find a video and just put it. Everything you need is with you. A lot of the times things fall apart so that you can realize that the most essential thing that you need is you. You're the one that you need in order to make anything happen. Everything that you need exists within you. You already have what you need. And the more you step into your authenticity, the more you resonate and connect with people that are just like you. You will attract people that are meant to be in your life, and they'll stick with you. They'll stay with you because you are on the same vibration. You just need to have the courage. You just have to have the courage to be disliked, the courage to be odd, the courage to stand out. Because that is where you begin to magnetize what is meant for you. When you're not afraid of what others say, when you stop judging every emotion that flows within you, when you stop avoiding everything that you feel and you start facing it and sitting with it with love and letting it flow when it's served its purpose, when it has served its purpose, allow it to flow. Let the energy do what it needs to do in order for you to elevate, because trust me, everything is divine guidance. Everything that happens is meticulously planned in order for you to live a life that is best and meant for you. You have power over you. Only you can create your reality. So if you give your power away, you give people permission to decide what to do about your life. You give them the power to make decisions over your life. That time, you're the one that is living this life. You're the one that has to deal with the decisions and the consequences. And a lot of the times when people make decisions, they make decisions without your best interest at heart, but theirs. They think of what's best for them, and sometimes it might hurt you, and they might be okay with it if you're willing to give your power away. Trust me, there's always someone that is always willing to get that bit of energy from you to use it for their best. and not necessarily for you. You are responsible over your reality. You create your reality. I want you to know that you have the power to decide what your life will look like today. When you face situations and you never acknowledge what your role is in a situation, instead you project, you point, they did this, they did that, they did this, they did that. You keep taking your power away. You keep taking your power in, pushing it away from you, and putting it into somebody else's hands. Somebody that might not even love you enough to hold you. So, you might want to take your power back and use it for your own good. I'm just saying. You're like the adult. You're the one that decides, You're the one that faces the brunt of the decisions. Big or small, make them. But be intentional about them. Because the bed you make, you lay in it. Whether you want to believe it or not, we play active roles in our reality. Meaning, if you are a people pleaser, it's not solely for the other person. It's because it benefits you too somehow. Believe it or not. You people please. You go out of your way to do things for other people at your detriment because you think it'll make you likable. So somehow you think this is serving you. So even in our worst relationships, our worst connections, somehow, somewhere, you benefited. There was something that was working for you. That's why you sustained this relationship. It is until you decide to have the courage to love yourself enough to see your worth and your value and remember what your birthright is. It is up until then that you'll step into your authenticity. But if not, you will benefit from wanting to be cool, wanting to be liked, and wanting to be relevant by people pleasing. Trust me, I tried it. It doesn't work. No, it does not work. So take time to reflect on your relationships, good or bad. I mean, if you are maintaining a bad relationship, it's because somehow you are benefiting from it. And if you're maintaining a good relationship, I'm happy for you. Keep it up. I've released it all. All gone. All the relationships that gave me a false sense of reality, all the relationships that I built based on my people pleasing, I no longer resonate with them. All the jobs that didn't pay me well, I let them go. Because for so long, I struggled financially. I struggled because I refused to see the value in myself. I would settle for less because this is what I would get. And as an artist, as a singer, the first thing a promoter will say or event planner will say is, well, my budget is limited. This is all I have, so. And so you're already minimizing yourself or, putting yourself in a small box just to fit into that little category to make it through just for a little check. But that is solely based on you not seeing your worth, not seeing your value. And I lived in that for so long that it's not cute. It's not cute anymore to be financially in a wreck. I refuse not to see my value anymore. Because me not seeing my value has led me to spaces of feeling unworthy. And every time I settle, I deplete myself. I rob myself of the life that I deserve to live. And so I let it go. Because life is more than that. Life is worth living. And in order for me to live my life, I have to make it worthwhile. And that started with letting go of things that I never needed. I never understood that I needed to fill my cup first and allow people to receive the overflow. I gave and gave and gave and gave until there was nothing else to give. And when I was depleted, there was not really anyone there to fill my cup. Or if they did, they didn't fill it with anything that would nourish me back to wealth, because there's no one outside of me that will nourish me the way I would be able to. And so I had to fill my cup again so that I can be able to be full to the brim and allow the overflow to reach those that are in the same auric field as I am, that are on the same vibration as I am. So in order for that to be, I need to be. I need to be. So powerful, it's so magical. Ooh, one other thing. Don't feel bad for not having anything to give. When you give and give and give and give, and you're so used to giving and you're so depleted, you can feel guilty and shameful for not having anything to give. Don't feel bad, because you've neglected yourself for a little too long. You need to start nurturing you first. Start with you. You are the foundation. And trust me, once you are full and people start receiving your overflow, it will fulfill them. They will be nourished. And your well will never run dry if you always aim to fill your own cup. Start over if you need to. Take this time to lead with your best interest at heart and enjoy the magic of authentic creativity. I'm weaving again, starting from the beginning with nothing but good intentions, fruitful lessons, and experiences that I can use as tools to weave my web of success. Life is a gift and we should honor it. People and places that you like are people you should be prioritizing. When you want to live an authentic life, you need to start by eliminating the things that you don't like. Start by distancing yourself from things that deplete you. Start gravitating towards things that nourish you. Whatever you're consuming, check what it makes you feel. What are you watching? How does it make you feel? Does it make you sad? If so, restrict yourself from watching anything that drains your life force. Instead, seek to nourish yourself in what you eat, what you watch, anything you consume. Ensure it is for your wellness, because you need to live a fulfilled life, and you can only do that from a healthy state. In order for you to be healthy, you start inside. It starts with you, and then it'll move outside. See how sometimes you'll have chocolates and sweets and all this junk food, and it'll show with acne on your face? Yeah, just like that. Everything starts within and then shows from the outside. So if you plant good seeds, if you have good intentions, if you nourish yourself with wellness, you will only spew wellness. And the people that listen to you or resonate with you and connect with you will only receive wellness. You are kind. You care for others. You care about yourself. You lead with love. Trust that the web that you're building, that is built on love, will lead to wellness. Not just for the good of you, but the good of all. Now, if you are on a journey and you've been weaving your web, I want to know, are you happy with the web that you have weaved? Creation is magic. Making something out of nothing is a skill we all possess. In every moment is an opportunity to make a decision. You choose what you want. You live the decision with the decision that you make. You make your bed, you lay in it. If you have a hard time making decisions or focusing on a problem, ask yourself, will this matter in 24 hours? And if so, then make a list of how do I start to break down this problem to reach a solution, and start with the easiest thing and move from there. This is my new web, my new channel, my new World Wide Web. And I'm weaving my best life. I'm weaving my new life. I am still letting go of what no longer resonates. And so there are times where I need to pause, reflect and let go, and then continue weaving. But it's an everyday process. That's what weaving is. You keep going every single day by putting your best foot forward. And I'm unlearning as I go, unlearning and relearning, unlearning and relearning. And I'm also letting go of the deep shame and guilt that we carry that was thrown on us by people, parents, Christians, adults, peers, all the shame and guilt that they put on you based on their values, based on the values that might not even resonate with you today. Check in with that shame, check in with that guilt, and look at the value behind it. Why are you shameful of this certain thing? What is the value that you are upholding that is making it justifiable for you to pin yourself down with guilt and shame? And is it still relevant to your way of being today? If not, you can let go of this value and create a new one. I realized that my guilt and my shame created values that no longer resonate with me, right? This is what I wrote. My guilt and shame has built values that I live up to that are now getting in the way of my desired reality. Money being the root of evil, billionaires being seen as monsters. These are some of the blockages that are getting in the way of my wealth. My shame around sensuality is blocking my free flow of me being in my divine feminine essence. The patriarchal way of existing on a 24-hour cycle is getting in the way of me living according to my 28-day cycle. There's a lot that we need to fight. There's a lot that we need to overcome, unlearn, and relearn in order for us to be tapped into our divine feminine essence. But take that time. You are worth that time. You're never running out of time, honestly, because time is a man-made construct. You're always at the right place at the right time in your journey. And so this channel is a platform of self-discovery, unlearning, relearning, attracting, releasing, learning, and growing in love with grapes. And I'm happy with this web so far because it's been a joyful journey. I find moments to find the deepest sense of joy. And when I'm met with triggers and met with pain and frustration and hurt and all these feelings that are heavy, I sit with them and acknowledge them for what they are. Learning the lessons around them, acknowledging the role that I played that led me to these moments. And then I release the energy and I let it flow, making space for new energy to come in and rejuvenate me and renew me because I am no longer who I was. I trust the process. This channel, it helps me and it magnifies the present moment. When I create videos, when I speak about what I speak about, it helps me sit in the present moment and acknowledge what I am creating. And it's bigger than my fear. It's bigger than my insecurity. It's bigger than my shame. It's bigger than being cringe. It's bigger than than all of it, because this journey is not just for me to heal out loud. This journey is for me to encourage others who are on the same path to heal out loud, because healing out loud prevents you from dying in silence. We don't need that anymore. We're living in a society where there are people that are ready to create communities that are for our wellness, because we realize that the universe blesses you through people. And when you share your experiences authentically, you give yourself an opportunity to heal out loud and also reach those who are on a journey of healing and don't know where to start or don't know what to do. And so this is what this journey is about. It's a journey of self-discovery, and it's so beautiful. It's so magnetizing, and it's very important for me to stay true to me in order for me to magnetize the things that are meant for me. And so it's an everyday process. It's what I do every day, how I make my bed, have a yoga routine, what I make for breakfast, what I do to plan my day. And so I close off and say there are inauthentic parts of you that are ready to be let go because they're getting in the way of your authenticity. There are parts of you that are laying hidden. The best parts of you that you feel ashamed of are waiting to be expressed because there are people like you out there that are willing and ready to love and experience the fullness that is you. I'm ready to experience the fullness that is me, and that is why I'm here today. Because it's very important for me to live a life that I will never regret, but will always be grateful for. And so this is what this platform is for. And so if you're here and you like it here and you made it so far, I want you to leave a spider emoji in the comments to show that you made it this far. But I'm so grateful for you for watching. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's transform together. Let's embody our best self and live life the best way we know how, because we deserve every single desire that we have. Thank you for watching.